My name is Ben Woodside,
I'm Thomas Williams.
and why don't you tip at Sonic?
Because you're an
That's not an argument.
True. It's actually, there's a multitude of reasons, but mainly, chiefly, it's because I just don't feel like it.
Well, the people who are at Sonic would really appreciate that you tip them because you're a car hop. They're bringing you the food.
And it's fast food, isn't it?
It's true, but they're still bringing you the food.
And how's that different than McDonald's?
Have you ever had a job where you could have received tips?
People brought me candy, yes.
Where?
At the pharmacy.
The pharmacy?
Yeah.
Is that really tips, though? I mean, like, did they...
It's absolutely illegal for us to accept tips. It's called we hand out drugs, and it would look kind of weird if we handed out Norco scripts and then hey.
So
we
then
got
you
50
never
bucks.
then you never receive tips.
Right, because I'm smart enough not to get a job that requires tips.
Okay.
At Sonic, they do expect tips, which I personally think is wrong.
I really don't think they expect tips. They're paid at the minimum wage, but it would be nice to get tips. In fact, it would improve
because in Kansas there's two minimum wages. There's the $2.50 slave labor, and then there's also the regular minimum wage slave labor.
I'm talking regular minimum wage.
So like
$5.25 or $6.55 or whatever it's up to now.
$1 million.
Thanks to the Democrats.
Which is why Democrats rule. But anyways, why is it that you believe that we should tip? Because you're still not making the point to me, because like
it ensures better quality of service. If they think that they're going to get a tip, they're going to be nicer.
So you're bribing them.
In a sense.
So if you ever get stopped by a cop, do you hand them $50 and say, "Hey, can you treat me nicely? Don't force the soap out of my hand when I'm in jail"? That would have a major effect, wouldn't it, on the way how Sonic does things?
They have installed the drive-through for the people.
So they're slowly becoming more modern.
For the cheap asses such as yourself that won't tip.
Please refrain from insulting my person. If you could spend that money elsewhere and still know that Sonic is paying livable wages, would you still tip on top of that?
Do you really consider minimum wage to be livable?
No, but I think that's a policy problem, and I think that by tipping you are only reinforcing the problem. It's much like how I believe that we shouldn't support the troops if you truly want them out of Iraq. The ends justify the means.
Right, but support our troops means support them in any way, which I always thought was kind of weird, because,
True.
support them in their drug habits? Doesn't seem right.
I don't know, I kind of support them with raping the women. I mean, that is really how you break people.
My mom was a Sonic car hop.
Did she get raped by a soldier?
She got tipped a lot, actually. That's how she made her living. That's how she was able to get out on her own when she was 16. Because not everybody, as I stated before, is a cheap ass.
So you think I'm a cheap ass?
I could be saying that, yes.
Really?
I don't know. Do you tip at Sonic?
No.
Okay.
I think I'm going to stick to it.
You're not helping your cause here with the cheap ass-ness.
But
the
in
games
the end,
belong to.
It all comes down to the fact that tipping supports the problem. And if you want to change the system, which I believe that we do need to change, you don't need to tip.
Tipping does not support the problem.
Okay.
Tipping is a very generous thing to do for people less fortunate than you and I.